Hi, and welcome to the February edition of Grapevine TV. I'm your host, Gemma Pasquarelli. Spanish soap opera Mariana de la Noche was named Viewer's Choice for Favorite New Telenovela after winning an online vote. The popular soap beat out two other shows in the Tele-Latino Network's interactive campaign and made its debut last month. And CORUS Interactive, along with Media Awareness Network, Bell Canada, and Microsoft Canada have joined forces. They've created a website to help parents protect their kids from online predators. BeWebAware.ca offers information, tips, and tools for handling various web risks. YTV and popular kids web community Neopets.com are working together this month. Neopets will drive traffic to a new game activity called YTV February Fling Ding that promotes YTV's special programming in February, including 3 Spike events, Amore Galore, Jacob Tutu Double Beluhu, and Popcorn Till You Drop Corn. Comedy radio is coming to Canadian radio stations. That's because CORUS has teamed up with Hollywood-based All Comedy Radio. Expect to hear stand-up comedy, interview segments, and morning show type antics, such as parody songs and topical bits. Radio marketing division Deep Sky will maintain the broadcast rights for CORUS-owned stations and will have exclusive syndication rights covering all other Canadian radio stations. And Calgary's Country 105 crew is cruising the streets in a new cow-printed H2 Hummer. South Centre Mall sponsored the utterly adorable Hummer, which makes its rounds to winter events in the city and its surrounding communities. The Montreal Children's Hospital Foundation received donations of over $4,000 thanks to a breakfast campaign held by 940 News last October. Joe Cannon broadcasted live from Restaurant Picasso, where listeners stopped by for breakfast while donating money to buy medical equipment. 940 News GM Maurice Titleman presented a check of $4,370 to Emmanuel Rondeau of the foundation. Edmonton welcomed a new Joe to town January 13th when Power 92 became 92.5 Joe FM, with the slogan, playing anything. Joe FM will play hand-picked 80s, 90s, and 70s music while maintaining a fun, unique image. And CORUS Kingston presented an Old Timers Hockey Challenge January 8th with hockey greats Daryl Sittler, Doug Gilmore, Kirk Muller, Dale Howarchuk, and Steve Shutt lacing up their skates. Country 96 and Oldies 960 donated 100 tickets to the Kingston Boys and Girls Club for the memorable event. And Canadian Idol Ryan Malcolm visited the Energy 103 studios in London, Ontario. He had a special lunch with listeners. 10 lucky winners and their guests lunched with Ryan while listening to his new album. And Conservative Party leadership candidate Belinda Stronach stopped by the CGOB studios just one day after announcing her candidacy. Her chat with Charles Adler was her only media appearance in Winnipeg. CORUS employee survey results are in with a final response of 74%. Overall, responses were positive, with 75% of employees saying they were proud to work for CORUS, and 78% wanting a long-term career with the company. But only 46% saw an opportunity for promotion with CORUS. Visit the What's New section of our intranet site for the rest of the results. The first quarter financial results were announced January 22nd with revenue growths in all divisions. Television showed an 11% increase, content was up 36%, and radio grew 2% from the same time last year. The first quarter performance is posted on the CORUS Entertainment website under Financial Info. And that's the February edition of Grapevine TV. Click on next month for the March edition. I'm your host, Gemma Pasquarelli. Hi, and welcome to the March edition of Grapevine TV. I'm your host, Gemma Pasquarelli. The countdown has begun for the next Care Bear adventure. Nelvana and Artisan produced a 75-minute direct-to-video feature starring the lovable residents of Care-a-Lot. The use of graphic technology will give the Care Bears an updated look that will appeal to fans young and old. Journey to Joke-a-Lot is scheduled for release this fall. A new radio station rocked the airwaves in Calgary February 19th when Q107 made its debut on 107.3 FM. Formerly known as The Peak, the new rock and roll format will play more than just the hits. They'll air the best rock and roll of all time and launched by playing albums in their entirety. Wolf 101.5 FM announcer Marty Silvestri and Liz Heaton from Wolf Cruise Checks took an icy plunge for charity last month. The pair's Sub-Zero swim was part of an event that raised over $17,000 for various local charities. And Country 105 personalities showed their hearts Friday the 13th by spending a pre-Valentine's Day at the Alberta Children's Hospital. The crew visited with children and staff they met last November during the Country 105 Cares for Kids Radiothon. That three-day event raised over $605,000, breaking the record as the most successful first-time radiothon in Canadian history. Fans in Vancouver will soon get an earful thanks to the new Mojo Radio AM 730, Just Sports Radio. New sports programming from ESPN and CORUS Radio Network will air old favorites like Vancouver Giants play-by-plays and the popular Sports Zone with Bob Marjanovic. The CORUS Export Initiative will fund an excursion to Cannes, France this month for a group of Canadians to attend a major international television marketing event. 23 producers and distributors will be promoting the international sales of Canadian programming at the annual MIP TV convention. The Content and TV Interactive divisions were the first picks for the CORUS Innovation Fund. They've awarded $100,000 to fund 4 new developments, including projects for YTV and Nelvana Napster. YTV will cash in on a community game zone for kids. Initial plans consist of games for sale via download and building kid traffic for revenue growth in online properties. And Nelvana Napster will use their funding toward digitizing their library shows. Shaw's high-speed clients can then view these via video streaming or direct download. The remaining funds will go to the Content division to develop a merchandising database and a digital storyboard pilot project. The National Screen Institute's Film Exchange will showcase 13 films this year, 7 of which are funded by CORUS through Movie Central. Running from March 2nd through 6th in Winnipeg, the festival will open with the CORUS-backed film The Blue Butterfly, starring William Hurt. That film received funds from the CORUS Family Feature Film Fund and pre-licensing from Movie Central. The 6 other films, which include a stellar cast of Isabella Rossellini, Kevin Pollak, and Sir Ian McKellen, were also given development and pre-licensing funding from Movie Central. CORUS is an avid supporter of independent Canadian film and television producers and has contributed over $4.6 million to date. To learn more about these and other stories, check out this month's Grapevine. We leave you now with Nelvana's new Beyblade Sizzle. Thanks for watching the March edition of Grapevine TV. I'm Gemma Pasquarelli.
What kind of Beyblader are you? Prove it! Available now on your favorite Nintendo game system. Super Tournament Battle. Play as your favorite character. Unleash the power of your Bit Beast and experience what it takes to be a world champion.
Hi, and welcome to the April edition of Grapevine TV. I'm your host, Gemma Pasquarelli. KG Country and Z99 had their hands full promoting the much-anticipated Scott Tournament of Hearts in February. The Canadian Women's Curling Championship was held in Red Deer with KG Country and Z99 personalities on hand. They provided live reports and participated in the Sandra Schmerler Telethon. They helped raise over $250,000 for families and children challenged with life-threatening illnesses. Edmonton's CISN Country and 630 Ched were commended recently for their unique contributions to the community. In a statement to the House of Commons, Edmonton Strathcona MP Rahim Jaffer congratulated CISN Country for their numerous charity events and awards. In particular was their crowning achievement as Canadian Country Music Station of the Year by the Canadian Country Music Association last September. And Edmonton Chief of Police Bob Wazilishin thanked 6:30 a.m. CHED for their sensitive and moving broadcast in honor of fallen RCMP officer Corporal Jim Galloway. The 30-year veteran was killed in a standoff late February. Mojo Radio took top honors at the 2004 Crystal Awards earlier this month. The station walked away with 2 first-place Crystal Gold Awards and 2 Craft Awards for their production and performance on their Anti-Drinking and Driving and Prostate Cancer Research Foundation radio commercials.
Okay, want to have a little yakkadoodle about your prostate? Knew you wouldn't mind. Here we go. You want to talk about saving the males? It's about keeping a look-see on your helmet there without getting your tail in a knot about the fella getting the once-over. You know, a fella's rumpus is a whole lot of important. The prostate with the boys is your #1 cancer killer, but you get your patootie into your doctor. He does a quickie finger swoop up the chute, and as fast as you can say, "Hoopsie-daisy," you're checking your anus at the door and sitting down to a table full of cold ones.
The Crystal Awards is an annual advertising competition celebrating the best radio creative in Canada. And Hamilton's hometown radio AM 900 CHML and Y108 have been awarded the Ontario Association of Broadcasting Award for community service. The OAB recognizes radio stations with the greatest single or ongoing contribution in 2003. CHML and Y108's Christmas Tree of Hope campaign raised over $200,000 for charity. And the OAB recognized another CORUS radio station success, the New Country 95.3. Was presented with the honor of 2003 Sales Promotion of the Year Award in Toronto. This is for their 2nd annual Chicks Night Out campaign, and it celebrates womanhood. The event included a fun-filled night of wining, dining, and prize giveaways, providing an escape for females to de-stress with other females. Chicks Night Out 3 is already in the works. 60 CHED sportscaster Brian Hall will be inducted into the Alberta Sports Hall of Fame in Red Deer next month. The 50-year broadcasting veteran will join the likes of hockey great Grant Fuhr and Olympic champions Jamie Soleil, David Peltier, and Becky Scott. Canadian Idol Ryan Malcolm was making his rounds in Barrie, Ontario. The new CHAY held an exclusive lunch party for radio winners, where Malcolm mingled with fans and performed a few songs with Luke McMaster from McMaster and James. The CORUS Interactive CD-ROM team earned a 2004 Parents' Choice Award for Cyberchase Carnival Chaos, a development for Brighter Child Interactive. The CD-ROM game is based on the Nelvana WNET TV series that follows the adventures of a group of math-loving, problem-solving children trying to stop an evil villain from taking over the virtual universe. The Parents' Choice Foundation gives awards for products that meet and exceed standards set by educators, scientists, performing artists, librarians, parents, and kids themselves. 2 of Calgary's television and radio divisions exemplified synergy recently when Digital Adventure was asked to produce a launch video for Q107's kickoff party March 4th. The 9-minute video was so well received, it will now be used as a marketing tool for the radio sales team. And Checks Television's Barbara Singfield and Terry Spears traveled all over Southern Ontario in February, all in the name of snowmobiling. The pair arranged 5 snowmobile clubs to nominate a landowner of the year, whom they gifted with a snowmobile suit and winter boots donated by Royal Distributing. The campaign, in collaboration with the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs, was held to shed a positive light to the snowmobiling industry. 12 CORUS-funded films have collected a total of 36 Genie Award nominations this year. They include films such as The Snow Walker and Mambo Italiano, A Problem with Fear, and My Life Without Me. CORUS Entertainment, through Movie Central, is a proud sponsor of the 24th Annual Genie Awards, which will be held May 1st in Toronto. To learn more about this and other stories, check out this month's Grapevine. We leave you now with a preview of the launch video for Q107, produced by Digital Adventure. Thanks for watching the April edition of Grapevine TV. I'm your host, Gemma Pasquarelli.
Most radio stations only play the surface of the songs on the great albums. Not here at Q107. We look beneath the sea.
You have a new listener all the time.
Pass on the word.
I love it.
You've got a loyal listener here.
Terrific. Haven't heard anything like
This
it.
is where my dial is staying.
I think this is probably the most exciting development in Calgary radio.
Welcome to Q107. This is a new type of radio station, one built on respect for the music and the listener. No hype, no fast-talking DJs, no shuffle, no bait and switch, no tricks of any kind, no manipulation of any kind. There'll be no silly contests. There'll be no silly...